Okay, we got 1 minute. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds till.
All right, welcome into this edition of Indian Time as we join you on this Friday afternoon, and we are finishing up the week, and I'm joined by Jessica McBride here in the Muskogee Media Newsroom, as we call it. And Jessica, lots of things happening to follow up with yesterday's Indian Time, talking about really the Eufaula Clinic and its lack of, I guess, ongoing construction is what we were talking about. We referenced some photos. We're told that those weren't the right location, things like that. So where are we at today?
So I went back and looked through the legislation. If you go to the timeline that we've previously discussed, it's on our website. If you go to, I think we'll pull it up right now. Go to Archives, and then Documents. And then at the bottom, scroll down just a little bit. No. There you go. Okay. There's a timeline, and this is going to have different council approvals for legislation, so you'll be able to see this in real time. One of them I'm going to pull out, well, actually, several of them are from 2015.
Okay.
So in March 3rd, 2015, the council created a budget line item to pay for the interest for the Ocmulgee Hospital and the Eufaula Clinic, which we learned yesterday is part of the same loan.
Okay.
It passed 15-0. And then again, on March 3rd, the council approved expenses from third-party investment funds to fund the Eufaula Clinic joint venture project. That passed 15-0.
Okay.
April 25th, 2015, you will see that they approve an architect for the Eufaula Clinic. That was in April, and it passed 14-0. Representative David Nichols was absent. They approved One Architecture LLC for the clinic. And then on October 31st, 2015, they approved Ross Construction Group as the construction management service for the Eufaula Clinic. It passed 14-0 with Representative Shirlene Aid absent. So yesterday what we did is we showed some photos from the site, and we actually were informed by public relations that those weren't the correct photos. So today we sent out a reporter.
Well, before we get to that, you guys want to run the story we ran about the groundbreaking from the
Yes.
Yeah. To give you some clarity and some background, last May 28th to be exact, 2015, a groundbreaking was held inside the Eufaula Indian Community Center, the former skating rink there in Eufaula. It was very rainy that day. Of course, you remember that time of year. Last year was basically, floods all day, every day. But it was raining that day, so they had it in there. So we went down for the press conference, groundbreaking, and talked with several health officials. A few health officials, the lead architect on the project, and actually the very first patient of the Eufaula Health Clinic ever, like chart number 001, Miss Nancy Winters, who happens to be the current principal chief's sister. At that time, he wasn't principal chief yet, but that's just a little bit of It's almost like a trivia question there. Who was the first patient at Eufaula Clinic? She's also in the video as well, giving perspective from patients looking forward to the facility. So this is what we ran last year around June 6th, and this happened on May 28th, 2015.
A long time coming. The first little clinic was probably 4 or 5 rooms, and it's just so nice to see it. I'm so happy. One of the things is they're just glad everything.
Something's wrong. Let me see. Where's my audio mixer? We're having some technical difficulties. Oh, there we go.
We're not getting levels?
It's a long time coming. The first little clinic was probably 4 or 5 rooms, and it's just so nice to see it. I'm so happy. One of the things is they're just glad everything is here, will be here, instead of having to travel all over the place, Muskogee, Ocmulgee, Tulsa, and we'll have all of the facilities here. And that's going to be just very nice, very nice. One of the concerns is that we have a lot of diabetics, and that's one of the main things, the care, the foot care, something that we haven't, we would love to have here. Another thing is the travel time, because we're set so far back in the country that there's no facilities around. It's easy accessible, very easy accessible off of the highway. They won't have to travel far, and I think that was one of the main things that was our concern.
It means a whole lot to this community down here. We originally started this process in 2000 when I was down here the first time, and now that I've come back around to here, we provide great health service in the space that we have, but it's not really adequate. And this will allow our citizens and the patients that we serve not to have to drive to obtain health care. With all the services that we are going to put in this place, it's hard to imagine what it will do. The one thing it'll have is we'll provide jobs. We're looking at infusing 100 extra positions into this place here. And so the economic impact of that alone will be amazing to this town. But I think about the health care that it'll provide. It'll definitely boost the numbers, it'll definitely boost access, which is a really big thing. So I'm excited. My staff is excited, and I am ready to get going.
That's been really important because this is kind of a new era for Indian healthcare, and even we're going to be on par, if not better, than mainstream healthcare. That's what we're going for. I've seen a lot of people in these facilities dealing with outdated equipment, outdated facilities, too small of areas to work in, and they're doing a great job with that. Just imagine what they'll be able to do for our population with the latest state-of-the-art equipment. But overall branding in that direction, we're making sure the best equipment's in there. Branding-wise, from our creation, from the earth, from our mounds, from our connection to the earth, our facilities have rammed earth, which is a material that's actually dirt stacked in a wall, and you can see different striations of color in different earth. On Okemah, we're actually bringing in some earth from some of the sacred areas, not from the grounds, the mound grounds, but close by. So people who have their family descended from those areas can go up and touch the wall and actually be touching earth from where they came from.
standardization is key, and what we're trying to do is bring all the services back and make sure that we don't have to travel outside. And with making everything similar, we want people to know that that's a Muskogee Creek Nation healthcare facility. And what we've been trying to do is locate them by major highways, and so they're easy accessible, and the people are passing by, it's easy access.
And there you have it. That was from May of last year. So I think when I watched the video, it's a little disappointing because you see the excitement out of everybody, you know, especially Nancy. Mm-hmm. That's a patient, and that's what it's all about, is our patients, our people that are looking forward to those services. So I've heard it said a lot when we've been covering this issue and this development with health that nobody wins here. And you kind of see it, you know, because a lot of people were looking forward to that. Every statement that we got from anybody in that was saying that it's needed in the area. You know, it's vital that area get a clinic, get a new place with all this stuff. So, you know, it's just unfortunate. But that just gives us a time frame of when there was an actual groundbreaking ceremony. Mm-hmm. And then now we have a statement from public relations actually that came through today. What did they say about actually groundbreaking? Well, in physicality?
We asked for an update on several of our facilities that are currently under construction, or were under construction. The Ocmulgee Hospital, the Ocmulgee Emergency Room, and the Eufaula Clinic. Mm-hmm. Now, this statement is from Muskogee Creek Nation spokesperson Jabon Gouge. And he says, at this time, the Muskogee Creek Nation, with the following of the health realignment, are on schedule to move forward with the advancement of the Ocmulgee Hospital and currently reassessing the Ocmulgee ER until further realignment resolutions are mandated. The Eufaula Clinic has not broken ground as of yet, but is still a highly anticipated addition to our medical facilities we will soon be offering our citizens.
So
no groundbreaking happened yet at Eufaula. Yeah.
And before we received that statement, on yesterday's live stream, we had received word from PR that we had run the wrong pictures.
Right.
So we confirmed an address from the previous announcement.
We confirmed an address on the press release that was sent out for the groundbreaking ceremony. We got an address of 440 Eunice Burns Road, or Eunice Burns Drive in Eufaula. It also is known, I guess, by Hospital Road. Mm-hmm. And so we verified that address with public relations.
Go ahead and run.
Absolutely.
We got some footage from earlier today of that address area.
Down to film all in that area there.
Thank you, Darren.
Darren did a great job here. As you can see, this is a broad pan of the whole side of Hospital Road from the exit from the highway.
Oh man, it's shaking a little bit. His sugar must have been low this morning. I knew I should have got him a Cliff Bar.
So let's go ahead here and we'll see. Then he drives down the road a ways.
Did he drive that fast?
He is now.
Goodness gracious. Warp speed, man.
So he drives down.
Slow down, Darren. Slow down.
This that's coming up is the dialysis clinic that we were told the facility was being built north of, right there. So if we go a little bit further.
Well, you got a shot just looking. Yeah, there we go. That's the one that's looking north of the dialysis center.
This is literally north of the dialysis center, so you can see there's no construction.
No.
Now we went down and got this footage before we received the statement that there wasn't any groundbreaking. So we're basically showing this to the citizens to say, hey, we're staying honest. We're gonna, if we get a report that something isn't the right information, we're gonna go back and double check it. So, but as you can see, the photos that we showed before, are basically the right photos. That there wasn't any change here from one thing to another. It's still not being developed. So, where do we go next with this particular situation? We have the legislation. Is that correct? Or are we going to look at the? We mentioned the Ross timeline, right?
We did mention the Ross group, and it's on the timeline for October 31st. 2015, and this is when they approved the Ross Group for construction management services for the Eufaula Clinic project. And the legislation, states that the Division of Health is ready to begin construction of a new health clinic in Eufaula. And so that was passed back in October. The groundbreaking ceremony, of course, held in May prior to that.
Okay.
Still, that's just we have
officially,
legislation saying in bold lettering the Division of Health is ready, and that could not be further from the truth. Now, whether that's because nobody knew or what, but still, that's just crazy to me that that was the wording there, because we all know that wasn't true.
The next step for us too is we're going to approach the Ross Group and see if we can get a statement about the progress of the construction, because so far we've got the legislation approving the construction group in October of last year, and we haven't seen any construction, and ongoing work on the project is part of the conditions of the loan agreement that we posted yesterday. So we'll see if we can get a statement from them about it, and then if the administration wants to make a statement about it. So what are we ready to move on to the Light Horse story?
I think so.
Yeah, yesterday, another big thing. I don't know if you guys covered it on Indian time, but we had a Creek Nation Light Horse police officer arrested for shoplifting. A couple of things that stand out about this story. This is Fox 23 News is who broke it. One, that an officer of the law is being arrested. That usually doesn't, usually goes the other way around. It happens, but it's rare. But two, this woman was not only in uniform, but also allegedly on duty too, in uniform, being caught for shoplifting. And another part of it that I thought was interesting was what she had mentioned to the authorities when they got her.
In the video that Fox 23 published, they, I guess, saw her on camera shoplifting and had an officer at the exit waiting for her to arrest her. And she allegedly told the officer that she was testing the security system by shoplifting.
Okay.
So what is the statement? We received a statement on that?
So we received a statement, again, from Muskogee Creek Nation spokesperson from Public Relations, Jabon Gouge. And he says, "This has been an unfortunate situation with one of our officers. Our Light Horse Police Administration has taken the proper actions per Light Horse policy and procedures for this incident, and the officer is no longer employed with our office."
All right. Well, swift action there from the Light Horse Police Department, the Muskogee Creek Nation. I wanted to thank Jibon Gotch for getting not only that statement, but the other statements revolving the health facilities to us in time for our Indian time broadcast today, to be able to get this out to the citizens. So we're trying to get information together. Public Relations is certainly trying to get information together. So everybody kind of working together to try to get the information out. We still don't, know much about this. I'm sure things will develop in this case. Things will develop that we don't know yet. But an unfortunate situation. We had another incident with our Light Horse police officer. Another Light Horse police officer a few months back. I think even maybe a year ago. That was also kind of a black eye moment. So it's unfortunate. You have these things happen, and sort of right or wrong, indifferent, the nation has to answer for it and come out and have their public relations office give a statement, which is, what does the nation have to do with an individual action? But at the same time, it is in the nation is in a situation to where they do have to address it. So it is unfortunate, and hopefully, if this, this lady, if it's a problem, gets that fixed, and hey, nobody's above making a mistake or then going and getting the chance to restitute and be able to get back to a place where that problem is taken care of. So we certainly hope that happens.
I believe we looked up the court record on-demand court records, and she's scheduled for trial. I believe she has pleaded not guilty, and so we'll follow that and see what comes of the trial.
Was there anything else in the court records with her?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Other than she was released on $250 bail. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So swift action on the principal chief's office, and also Daniel Wind, the new chief
New
of
Light
Light
Horse
Horse,
chief, yeah.
not hesitating to take the action.
Yeah, I think that's
acting
the
chief of Light Horse.
Yeah, acting
he's
chief.
under
He hasn't been,
commission.
he
he
hasn't-
hasn't been confirmed by the National Council.
You know, it's anytime like this though, you want to see something sort of quick and decisive. So they certainly fulfilled that need to be able to do that in the public eye. So taking the right steps, and like I said, unfortunate for everyone, including the alleged suspect that has done this. So we'll continue looking into it. We'll continue with any developments that we have on that. So there's that. Also, wanted to remind you all to watch the program tomorrow. We've got on Native News Today on CW 1219. We've got lots of content this week, lots of good stuff. I believe we'll continue with our executive officers interview series with Chris Asbell, the Secretary of the Interior. Really good interview there. A lot of information coming out from him on the state of things and some of the things that he is over. An interesting note, believe we got this today from the tribe too, that they're sort of in under his kind of guidance or Chris's, under his umbrella of responsibilities that he has. They're sort of combining three big positions, right? I mean, we look at the tourism director and all of that.
We've seen there was a couple of positions posted today, and one of them was a director for, it looks like, cultural activities and then the festival. And so this position was posted today, and it's under reports to the tribal administrator, I believe.
Tribal administrator. Okay, so maybe not Chris, but still, I thought, it was roping in cultural center and activity. I mean, cultural center and archives department in that as well.
And it's one of the things that's in Chris's interview, and that interview that we mentioned is going to run live tomorrow, but it's already on our website, episode 405. You should
check it out. Yeah, the episode is already up on our YouTube channel. Go to our online channel.
Well, it's on the
check us out.
website, too.
It's on the website as well, MuskogeeMedia.com.
But one of the things Chris says in that interview is that he looks at the council house restoration as an economic venture in addition to a cultural venture because of the tourism aspect of it. And so if in the future we see more of that, the cultural center and archives kind of fusing with the tourism department in order to facilitate some of these projects.
Hey Jared, can you switch me over to the website interface? Want to just direct people here. Here's the top of the website. Just go on down over to your right. Videos, under videos, the very second heading here. That's the newest episode of Native News Today. And as you can see, a small description there, the published date, and the episode number. 505, my gosh. It's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, if you look at the air date there, it's 4/9/16, so it's into the future.
Yeah,
we
right?
Posted on our website. It's on TV, so if you want the scoop, you go to our website.
That's right, and we will continue not only putting out episodes until, as we've said and already talked about, with our budgeting, Muskogee Media having to look at our budget editorial board. I've been in contact with them. We're working. We've worked with our office manager too on identifying some things. We are going to try our best to keep, if not both, at least one of our either Muskogee Radio or Native News Today on the air. The good thing about Native News Today, we've already really been rocking and rolling with the online channel. Hopefully it's something we can drive the users to. I think what we're seeing with our online channel is a lot of our citizens, a lot of our people are getting down with the fact that we have some on-demand live content. You're getting it right when we get it. Bam, we're putting it up. You're able to see it right then, as opposed to, well, we got something on Tuesday, but you'll have to wait till Saturday to see it. So I think that this opens up a whole new ball game for us, having the in-demand online content on MuskogeeMedia.com and also on our YouTube channel, linked up to where all the citizens are going that way. I really see it happening because a lot of them have become even more interactive with that kind of footage.
And that's one of the things we want to do, with all of our internet outlets,
Yeah.
Social media,
Yeah.
the website, YouTube, everything like that
Yep.
is to communicate and, interact with citizens.
Yeah. And, just putting the finishing touches on the quarterly report this morning to the chief's office about, we're one of those independent agencies that are to report. And, just looking on some of the accomplishments in the first 3 months, January, February, March. Very pleased. We're on the right track. We're doing a lot of things. What I also liked was the fact that a lot of things that we couldn't put on there that we're still doing. So, it's very much wheels rolling here at Muskogee Media. Things are happening every single day. We're trying to innovate every single day. The reason you see so much change with us is we're trying things. We're throwing things on the wall. Whatever sticks, it's going to be.
One of the things I'd like to try to work up, and we're going to do a test bed for in the future, maybe probably not next week, but the week after that, is an evening show. So maybe a show that runs from 5 to 5:30 or something like that.
That will be hosted by Jared and Jessica.
Citizens have a chance to get home and they can get on their computer and catch the stream, because we understand most citizens work a day job.
Yeah.
So, and it would also allow us to do some coverage on things like the HUE committee or committees that meet in the evening, and we can have a live broadcast here with reporters that will go over to the committee meeting and shoot footage or get interviews and then come back to the live broadcast, and we could put that into the live broadcast and kind of rotate out like that. If we get a lot of viewers on the evening program, that's what's going to determine whether we keep doing it. So if we don't, now the daily show is going to happen no matter how many viewers we get, but the evening program, because of the people having to come in on their free time to do it, if we get a lot of viewers when we do it, then it's going to keep happening. If we don't get any viewers when we do it, then it's going to phase out.
Yeah.
So we're still in a period where it's like we're going to, just like Jason was saying, throw things against the wall, see what sticks.
And again, I want to remind citizens out there, we're getting into the summer. It's right around the corner. So festival, we'll start with our festival coverage coming up pretty soon. Looking at that, and for us, it changes from, we're an all-new department now. So it's like last year it was like, oh, let's promote. This year, maybe our angle is how does our status and how does the status of the tribe right now affect the Creek Nation Festival in 2016? What ways are we going to feel that pinch and that budget, crisis with the festival and everything else? We've talked about several times, not only on here, but on the table. This health crisis is going to touch a little bit of everything here at the tribe. We've certainly seen it with the budget call. Now we'll have to look at other events, things like that. Possibly scaling back some of our productions, as we've talked about, but also other departments too with the festival. That'll be an interesting perspective to look at.
Yeah.
And it's interesting you mentioned the festival, because that's one of the things I was thinking about for our production. I think it would be a great opportunity for us on the weekdays that we have to go, the Thursday and Friday that we have to go out and cover events during the day on the clock.
Yeah.
We could have a live stream in here that runs all day and have the reporters that are covering the different events for the paper either phone in or do a Skype chat to their phone, whatever's possible, and deliver the results to a live table. And it would serve two purposes. Any citizens that wanted to check out what the results of any of the Olympics or anything like that happens are, they could check them out there. But we'd also have a record that's independent of, like we would have the record of all those days' events the second that it was over.
Instead of having to wait to get those records.
And everything for everybody else.
And our reporters always phone it in anyway. Everybody that week, it seems like, just works till their tongue's hanging out and you can't hardly breathe or move.
It's a long weekend.
It is a physical type of deal.
Especially in 90-degree weather.
My goodness, you go home that Sunday afternoon and it's just like, oh man.
Yeah, but think about this, Jason. If we do a live stream, somebody's got to be in the air-conditioned table all day.
I volunteer.
Yeah.
I do too. I'll interview all people.
If you're the host, you don't have to go out and get the footage or get the interview, right?
Yes, I know, right? Looking forward to that.
One of the other things that we've launched as a department, if you'll go to the website, and then there is a tab called Advertising. Just point to that tab and click on Services.
Okay.
This is something that we used to do, and we've kind of brought back. We've got the form online today, so any citizens that are seeking these services can actually go to. Well, if we can get the website to work,
Yeah,
huh?
our internet's going to be a little slow because we're streaming out of the same area. So, FYI, it might take a minute. And you could possibly speed it up by closing those other tabs too, or at least the video tab.
Yeah, I got it.
There.
Services.
This service that we're doing, our graphic and design and printing department, they do senior announcements. So for seniors in high school, seniors in college, if you're looking for announcements, that's something that our department does do. And under the services tab, we've added a portion that if you purchase senior announcements, we've got a limited photography portion where
Here we go.
here we go. So if you scroll down just a little bit, senior photography, that's commercial photography.
Senior photography.
And we also offer commercial photography.
Yeah, we also offer commercial photography, by the way. So if
Looky
that's
there.
something you're looking for.
Isn't that a wonderful picture?
But
That's a Crete Nation photography right there. Muskogee Media, excuse
Yeah,
me.
keep going down. You'll see
Yeah.
our microphone.
They've got
There's our microphone.
there's different services that our department offers, and
Yeah.
so this is just one of the services. If you purchase senior announcements, we can also do a photography session. It's only for 1 hour. It's for $100, 10 images. You don't get physical copies of the images. You only get a disc, and you have to purchase senior announcements through us as well. And so that's something if you're in need of some senior photos and some graduation announcements that you can go to.
Even voiceover talent.
Voiceover talent. We also host events if that's something that you need. Commercial photography. All kinds of stuff here at Muskogee.
Commercial,
Media.
yeah, all kinds of things. And like I said, DVD copies, editing, studio time. That's all charged, but it's about either at or definitely under standard studio rates. We checked all that out and wanted
all of that money that comes in from all of those different things is also going to go right back into bringing
Right.
you news.
It doesn't.
Yes,
it doesn't go
absolutely.
to
No.
the photographer or whoever provides
No.
service. It comes back to the department so that we can use it for equipment or anything that we need.
Right.
all what we want to show the National Council as an independent statutory agency here at Muskogee Media is that we are taking our new status and we want to march towards self-sustainability. That is the ultimate goal. So the only way we can do that is if we bring in and start to be able to keep things in-house with the way we are able to get supplies, things like that. So that's all going to come in through program income, and we're working hard to develop new ideas, and that's a lot of the part of the new rebrand and marketing strategy too. So it all goes hand in hand. Jessica, that's about all I've got for today. I don't know if you have anything else that you wanted to discuss.
Thing that I was going to mention, of course, we get announcements in our email all the time, but it looks like the Cultural Center and Archives is bringing back the movie Miko by Sterling Harjo, and that's going to be showing here, and let me get the dates and times. It's here in Ocmulgee. Admission is $5. It's showing here at the Orpheum Theater in Ocmulgee. Showtimes are Thursday, April 14th at 6:30, and Sunday, April 17th at 1:45.
Okay. Is Sterling going to be there? Or?
Sterling's going to be there for a Q&A in the Thursday session.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be looking forward to that. Haven't seen Miko yet, but I'm sure it's good. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. All right. Jared, have you seen it?
No.
Okay.
Portions.
0 for 3.
Portions.
That's all right. That's all right. One of us will.
When this news stops happening.
Yeah, when this news stops happening, maybe we can watch movies. You know what I mean? We want to thank everybody for joining us. We want to remind you to visit our social media sites. Keep up with our online channel. Keep up with the Muskogee Nation News on Facebook. For all breaking news on Twitter. Also, Muskogee Media Instagram. We know a lot of you young people like to use Instagram. And even some of us old fogies like
And
to use Instagram.
it's different stuff as well from
Yeah.
our Facebook and our Twitter.
It's more behind the scenes. We even have contests, giveaways, things like that. We want you to get involved with us. So we have all those things. And also, of course, our online channel, our website, MuskogeeMedia.com. Keep it right there. Make that one of the websites that you visit every single day. I know as a person that's a web browser, I have my certain stops every day. ESPN.com, of course, we're going to Facebook, looking over our pages and stuff like that. Make MuskogeeMedia.com one of those that you check every single day, because we're working to put out things on it every single day. So, Jessica, thanks for being with me for Indian Time today.
No problem.
Everybody out there, have a great weekend. We'll see you all Monday.